Hello and welcome to Being Cosmick. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I do collective readings, so go ahead and use your discernment, and if something doesn't resonate, leave it behind for those that it's meant for. Without further ado, we're going to get into it. So, I'm using the Halloween Oracle by Stacey, Demarco, and I've been doing jack-o'-lantern spreads lately because that's that's one of the spreads that came with this oracle, and it's a really illuminating spread. So that's the one we're gonna do again today. If you are watching this and it's not like Samhain Halloween season, definitely still give it a watch because my readings are timeless, so there could still be something in here for you. All right, so give me the first card. Maybe might have been the second card. That's the second card. Okay, third. Is that the fourth and the fifth? Maybe. All right. Maybe not. Okay. Let me do that. No. Let's see if any other cards want to come out. Nope. Okay. Okay, so maybe there's a dual solution. Okay. So I just got a random metallic taste in my mouth. That's unusual. So that might be a message for somebody. Maybe somebody has a bloody nose. Maybe somebody's prone to bloody noses, or maybe there's something with maybe there's a need to do a heavy metal detox. Yeah, that was random. So that might be a message for somebody. Okay, let's see. So the first card is the heart of the issue or the question, which we have mummy and change. Okay. Should you pull the Moaning Mummy card from this deck, know that change is inevitable, and no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed, you have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. Okay. So this is the hidden issue, which is scrying and intuition. Okay. Soften your eyes, begin the trance. Whole worlds are opened, begin the dance. Okay, let's see. Scrying is the divination technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural appear upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, even the surface of ice. It's a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain or Halloween. The keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere where you can see them, any music, and if you are scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so your mind will not need to break your focus later. It's also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, state it up front. Then once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Imagine pulling your energy within you and then focus on the third eye point. And imagine it opening. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. This is about receiving, not thinking. Should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you to try it for starters. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So maybe the hidden issue is needing to tap into your intuition more, or to pick up a divination practice of some sort, whatever's calling to you at the time, at this time. So the next card is the major obstacle, which is Lady de los Muertos, which is acceptance and equality. Acknowledging that death is a natural process that will enter everyone's life at some time, and perhaps until then, we can choose to be life-affirming takes away much of the fear. We can choose to be life-affirming, and that takes away much of the fear. Take a light approach to a situation initially, and it may work out better. If you are holding on to something that does not serve you any longer, in particular material things, simplify and let it go. Okay, so okay, well, I'm going to read the main fear card, and then we'll see if anything wants to come out about it. Okay, so the main fear at this time is death. The eternal cycle begins here. Do not be afraid if you pull the death card, as it simply means something is falling away or will do so that you can begin strongly afresh. There's a great power in this clearing. If you pulled this card at Halloween particularly, the message is stronger still, and you should actively celebrate this new beginning. Okay, so maybe what's going on is there's a fear of change, and then with scrying over here, there could be a fear of like a literal fear of communicating with the dead. And just know that if that is for you, you have full control over your being. So if you choose to dabble in scrying or anything of that nature, do some protective practices beforehand. Definitely set the space, set the intention, and just know that you have a lot more power than you're led to believe, and you can command your space, and you can command the experience of scrying and divination. And if you experience something uncomfortable that you don't like, all you have to do is just pull your energy away from it, and just tell it no. and, you know, I'm uncomfortable with this. Don't feed it fear, and just own your power and shift into something else. Focus on something else. And so that might be for a select few who kind of have that fear of scrying, because there is that notion of, you know, you can, you know, there's a lot of fear surrounding this concept. And the main thing is there's nothing to fear. Operate from the heart space and operate from a place of commanding that this is going to be for your highest good, and just ask for assistance from your spirit team, the divine spirit, whatever you work with, and don't be scared of it. And then the other part that I'm picking up is that there may be a fear of changing, or what may be stopping you from changing is the fear of fully letting it go and fully releasing. When we attach ourselves to old stories of being, it can be difficult to let that go. But through doing that, then we can embrace the new self, which is always wonderful and liberating. So, the solution, and I'm picking up that this is a two-part solution, or they're going to play into each other. So, the first card is forgiveness and reducing burden. Okay. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny, but to hold a grudge is to drink poison and think the other person will die. It is said that it takes a big person to apologize, but in many ways it takes an even bigger person to forgive. When we hold grudges, the negative energy is incredibly toxic. It is like drinking a poison and expecting the other unforgiven person to die. Whilst we may even harbor feelings of revenge, and to be honest, that does feel good for a while, it's important that we move those feelings along to forgiveness and release as soon as possible for our own health and well-being. If you have chosen this card, think about who it is that you could be forgiving, and that includes yourself. Ooh, so maybe self-forgiveness is a huge factor here in the solution. Let's see, the other one that came out was Trick or Treat, which is mischief and play. Should you receive the Trick or Treat card, it may well be time to examine the role of play and mischief in your own life. You don't have to be a child to let go and have some playtime, and you can extend the fun to others. Sometimes we are afraid to make mistakes, and play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect every time. Alternatively, it is worth knowing that there is a balance between manipulation and mischief. The former is not pleasant, and the other has, at its core, a sense of irreverent fun. So maybe the solution to this change and moving through this fear is to tap into the inner child and play a little more. And then with that, also work on forgiveness of those that have harmed you, have been points of pain in your life, and also forgive the self for whatever's coming up. And it could be forgiving the self for being in this fearful place. It could be forgiving the self for not embracing this change sooner. It could be something of that nature. But that's... And oftentimes when we go through this forgiveness, then it's easier to tap into that playful energy. And then vice versa. Tapping into that playful energy can also bring that forgiveness up a little bit and allow it in our being a little bit easier as well. And so the last card that came out is what will happen if you engage the solution. So we got the witch, which is the earthly weaver of the worlds. Okay. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life and that magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power and they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. So yeah, if you go through this forgiveness and tapping back into the inner child and being in a more playful energy, it's going to bring about a totally new you that you're going to be more appreciative of. You're going to be in more of a place of authenticity, and you're going to have more gifts flow through you. And you're going to be able to really tap into your life purpose and bring forth that passion, which is ultimately what we came here to do. So with that, you have the courage to do this. You have the tools needed to do this. Embrace your fears. Be mindful of, protecting yourself. And really tap into your intuition in whatever way is calling you at this time. It will definitely be worth it. And definitely work through this forgiveness energy. It's very, very liberating. And it will also allow for there to be less worries and pain, basically, which allows this playful energy to come through more organically and authentically and more frequently, which is just, it's a fun energy to be in, and it's going to feed directly into your new you and tapping into your new gifts and living your new life. So that being said, welcome to your new life. I'm so excited for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit that like button. If this is your message, let me know in the comments below. I'm super curious about it. So yeah, definitely let me know. And if you haven't yet and you like the way that I read and you want to hear more of these messages, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, take care. Bye.